Investiture of the Gods, Chapter 38.
Okay, so let's start with Wen Taishi. How bad is it for him personally? The text gives us this term, rangsaza.
Yeah, rangsaza. It means this immense burden of military and administrative duties. He's not just losing battles, he's drowning in paperwork, logistics, state affairs, the whole crushing weight.
So he's exhausted, stressed.
Totally overwhelmed. And it's right at that breaking point that he has this flash of insight, like, wait a second, I know people, powerful Taoist friends.
He hasn't called them yet.
Apparently not. He suddenly realizes, this is bigger than him. The Shang dynasty's survival might actually depend on getting these immortals involved.
And he goes himself, right? No time for messengers. He hops on his mount, the Mo Keelan.
The Mo Keelan, yeah. The Ink Kirin. And this isn't just some fast horse, okay?
Yeah.
This is mythological speed. The description is amazing.
Tell us.
4 feet wind and clouds sound loud, and it's got this aura, like fog colors reflected in golden light. Basically, it travels so fast it generates its own weather.
Wow. So he gets to Nine Dragon Island, this place out in the West Sea. Super fast.
Almost instantly. And he finds them. Where?
In a cave. Playing chess. Surrounded by, exotic flowers and strange grass.
Yeah.
Total detachment from the world's problems.
Right, this idyllic little scene, and then Wen Taishi bursts in, like, guys, the world is ending.
And who are these guys, specifically?
Okay, their names are Wang Mo, Yang Sen, Gao Yuqin, and Li Xingba. And importantly, they're known as the 4 generals of the Lingxiao Palace.
Lingxiao Palace.
Yeah.
That sounds important. Like celestial bureaucracy. High up.
Very high up, they hold significant rank, they're established figures.
There's always a but in these stories.
Always, and this is crucial, like you said, the thematic core. The text immediately says their Menacing combo, their root conduct was shallow.
Okay, shallow root conduct. What does that actually mean in Taoist terms? Is that bad?
It's not ideal for achieving the highest levels. It's a massive red flag, really. It means they had power, sure, lots of it, but they lacked that fundamental spiritual depth, maybe the discipline or virtue needed for ultimate enlightenment.
So because of this flaw.
They could not achieve full enlightenment, Cheng Zeng Wo Chai Wan. They couldn't become those perfected, detached sages.
Hold on. If they're generals of Lingxiao Palace, how did they get that high with shallow roots? And does that flaw make them more likely to jump into a messy human war?
That seems to be exactly the implication. They sort of plateaued, they became Shen Dao gods, yes, but the kind who manage things, command armies, hold posts, not the fully realized transcendent kind.
So Wen Taishi isn't asking for serene sages. He needs muscle. Muscle that's maybe less worried about cosmic rules.
Precisely. He needs powerful figures who are still connected to worldly affairs, loyalty, that sort of thing. He asks them to lend an arm, help the Shang, curb the strong and violent, meaning West Qi.
And since they're maybe not aiming for ultimate purity, they say yes?
Instantly. All 4 agree to go back with him to the capital, Chaj.
How do they travel back, more Mo Keelan?
Even faster, apparently. They use Shridun, water escape magic. The text really emphasizes this isn't travel, it's like blinking. They cross the whole country instantly.
Okay, so they just appear.
Yeah.
In Chaj, what's the public reaction?
Abject terror. Seriously. This is where the war stops being soldiers and banners and becomes something else. Something horrifying for ordinary people.
Why? What do they look like?
Well, first they're huge. Like one Zhang, 5 or 6 feet tall. That's maybe 15, 16 feet?
16 feet tall. Okay, yeah, that's unsettling.
And their features. Yang Sen has a pot-bottom face, like dark, maybe scarred, and this bright scarlet beard. Gao Yuqin has an indigo, bluish face, and get this, upper and lower tusks.
Tusks, like an animal.
Yeah. They are deliberately portrayed as fierce, otherworldly, almost monstrous. Not your gentle, wise Taoist hermit.
And this ties into their practices too, right? There's a feast.
Right. Wen Taishi throws a welcome feast, probably mandatory protocol, and the text makes a specific point of saying they consume hunjing.
Hunjing, meaning?
Meat and strong wine. Which, for high-level Taoists aiming for purity and enlightenment, that's usually a big no-no. Strict vegetarians often avoiding alcohol entirely.
So drinking wine and eating meat, it signals they're on a different path. Maybe less disciplined.
Exactly. It reinforces that shallow root conduct idea. Maybe they're on the left path, as some might call it. Powerful, definitely, but maybe spiritually unconventional, perhaps even a bit dangerous.
So King Ziya meets these 16-foot, tusked, wine-drinking, meat-eating, supernatural generals. What's his reaction?
He is terrified, wouldn't you be? But, a desperate time, so the Shang's last hope. So he lets Wen Taishi hold the banquet, and then they need to get to the front lines ASAP.
Does it take them long?
Nope.
Should we do it again? Instant travel. They appear 70, that's maybe 20, 25 miles from West Qi, right at Zhang Yifang's demoralized camp.
And what's the first thing they do? Show off.
Pretty much, yeah. It's a display of power, but also practical. Zhang Yifang and Feng Lin are still badly injured from their last fight. Remember Ziya and his Qiankun circle?
Right, that magical weapon, so they're out of action.
They were.
Yeah.
But Wang Mo just takes out a pill, crushes it, applies it to their wounds, instantly healed, like battlefield miracle cure. It just shows the huge gap between conventional means and this new level of power when Taishi is brought in.
Okay, so the injured generals are back on their feet. Now the confrontation with Jiang Ziya's main army. This is where it gets really weird, right? With the mounts.
This is the core of their tactic. The four saints tell the generals, get ready to charge, but victory depends entirely on our beasts.
And these aren't horses. Definitely not. Wang Mo rides the Bian. Yang Sen is on the Suwani. Gao Yuqian has a flowered leopard, which sounds maybe slightly normal, but probably isn't. And Li Xingba rides the Zunning.
Bian, Suwani, Zonging, what even are those?
Mythical creatures, chimeras, divine beasts, things not found in any normal zoo. Each one radiates a unique kind of spiritual energy, a potent key.
And the human generals, Zhang Yifang and Feng Lin, they're told to do something specific, too.
Yes, they have to attach a paper talisman or charm to their own regular horses.
Why? Like a protection spell.
Exactly. It's like a shield or maybe an antidote to protect their normal horses from what's about to happen, because the attack isn't physical.
It's not. What is it, then?
It's the key. When these four exotic beasts charge, they emit this incredibly powerful, unnatural key. Remember, key is life force, the energy in everything. The key from these creatures is so alien, so potent, it acts like a spiritual pollutant or a wave of psychic disruption.
Affecting.
The war horses of Westki. Their own vital energy, their K, is instantly destabilized by this foreign wave.
So what happens to the horses? They get spooked.
Worse, the text says their bones soft and tendons weak. They just collapse instantly. Their legs give out because their fundamental life force, their structure, has been magically compromised.
Wow, so the entire West Key cavalry charge just falls apart.
Completely.
Yes.
Utterly routed without a single sword needing to be drawn by the saints. Jiang Ziya himself, the commander-in-chief, is thrown from his horse. He's described scrambling in the dirt, totally humiliated, hat crooked and robe ripped.
That's devastating. Are any of West Key's commanders left mounted?
Only two, and it proves the point about the key attack. Niza is fine because he's on his windfire wheels, not biological, not a horse.
Right, magical constructs.
And Hong Feihu's okay too because he rides his unique 5-color divine ox,
Right.
which is clearly also resistant to this kind of spiritual attack. Everyone else on a normal horse. Down.
So Ziya's on the ground, army collapsing around him, facing these giant, terrifying figures. What happens next?
Wang Mo strides up and lays down the law. He offers to withdraw, but only under 3 conditions, and they're brutal.
Let's hear them.
1. King Wu of Zhu, the leader of West Qi, must formally submit to the Shang dynasty. Total surrender.
Ouch.
2. West Qi must open its treasury and reward the entire Shang army. Basically, pay reparations on the spot.
Humiliating. And 3.
3, and this is the real killer blow psychologically. Jiang Ziya has to hand over Huang Feihu to Zhang Yifang to be taken back to the Shang capital, Chaozh.
Huang Feihu, the highest profile defector from Shang to West Qi. Giving him back would just shatter West Qiy's morale and legitimacy, wouldn't it?
Completely. It's genius, ruthless, psychological warfare layered onto the magical victory. Ziya has absolutely no immediate counter.
So what does he do? Does he agree?
He appears to agree, but it's a trick. The text calls it Guanyizan Yenta. It means like an expedient, a provisional agreement. He's stalling.
How does he stall?
He asks for 3 days, says he needs time to go back to the city, write up the official memorial of surrender, handle the process properly, basically save face while buying time.
And the saints agree. They don't see through it.
They seem pretty confident in their overwhelming power. They grant him the 3 days. Big mistake.
So Ziya gets back inside the city walls. What's the first thing he does? Tell Huang Feihu he's being handed over.
No way. He immediately pulls Huang Feihu aside and is like, okay, don't panic. That was just a ruse. We needed time. He's very honest about the situation.
Admits they were beaten.
Yeah, he basically says, look, our cavalry, our normal ways, they just can't stand up to those magical beasts and that crazy quit attack. We were beaten fair and square on that front.
And that realization forces his hand, doesn't it? What's his next move?
Escalation. Immediate, ultimate escalation. Since his own considerable Taoist skills and his army failed against this level of magic, He knows he has to go higher, much higher,
How high?
to the top. He performs purification rituals, bathing, changing clothes, and then uses Qiandun, earth escape magic.
Another escape magic. Where does he go?
Straight back to the ultimate source of his own power and authority. Kunlun Mountain, the Jade Void Palace, to see his master, Yuanqi Tianzin.
He's not trying to figure out a counter-tactic himself. He's running straight to the boss.
Pretty much. He's essentially going to his master and saying, okay, things just got real. Your side is about to lose this whole mandate of heaven thing unless you bring out something even stronger than those 4 saints.
Wow. So the arrival of the 4 saints just instantly forces the conflict onto the highest possible supernatural plane.
Absolutely. It lays bare that pattern in the Investiture. Conventional war fails, so they bring in Taoist magic. That magic is countered or beaten, so they bring in stronger, maybe weirder magic, which then forces the other side to appeal to the ultimate divine powers. The 4 saints just forced Kunlun's hand.
And things are urgent. If he doesn't get a serious, gear upgrade, the whole Fengshen mission just grinds to a halt right there.
Absolutely, the pressure's on. And Yuanqi Tianzin, well, he delivers. He basically hands Ziya the ultimate cosmically approved toolkit. So we need to unpack these 3 main gifts he gets. Not just what they are, but, why they're so crucial for his whole destiny thing.
Right. And what's important first is that his master actually diagnoses the problem. Yuanqi Tianzin points out the enemy sages. They're riding these really unique mounts, creatures born way back during this event called the Myriad Beasts worshipping the Azure. So Ziya needs something on that level, or, better.
Which leads straight into gift number 1, the mount, the Ziya. And this isn't just like a horse. It's this mythical mashup built for speed, for status. The description in the text is just incredible. It's got a Quellan head, a Zai tail, a body like a dragon, and it actually walks on auspicious light.
And its function, that tells you everything about Ziya's new job. This thing can travel instantly across the 4 seas, the 9 provinces, the 3 mountains, the 5 peaks, boom. Just like that. It's a symbol of his promotion, really. It's his reward for, 40 years of cultivation? And it officially makes him the point man, the proxy for the whole investiture process.
Okay, so, amazing mount, check. Next, the weapon, the god-beating whip, the Dashen Bien. I love the detail here, the specifics. It feels less like just a weapon and more like, a piece of cosmic paperwork you can hit people with.
Exactly. It's 3 feet, 6.5 inches long. And that number, it directly links to the number of days in the year. So its power is tied right under the cycle of time itself. It's basically cosmic law made solid.
Wow. And it gets even more specific, right? It has 21 sections. And each one has 4 talismans inside, making 84 total. Why drill down on those numbers so much?
Well, that kind of mathematical precision, it just shows you how absolute Ziya's authority is supposed to be. This whip isn't for just anyone. It's specifically designed to strike the gods who are destined for that Fengshen list. The numbers are they confirm he's not fighting his own fight. He's basically an auditor for the universe.
A cosmic auditor with a whip. Got it. Okay, and the last piece. The artifact that gives him this really crucial and, frankly, terrifying knowledge. This central Wuji banner. He kneels down, asks for protection, but instead, Yuanqi gives him this banner, and inside it, there's a scroll.
Right. The banner holds this special scroll, a Jiang.
Mm-hmm.
And the instruction is super specific. Ziya is only supposed to read it when he's in, immediate, inescapable danger. It's basically the ultimate spoiler alert for his own life. And it kind of ensures he can't duck out of certain fated events, including the bad stuff meant to, test him.
Okay, so he's geared up. He's got his Quellan dragon thing, his cosmic law whip, and this banner holding, future spoilers about his own suffering. He pats this Ziya's horn, whoosh! Off he goes in a streak of red light. Lands almost immediately, though. The place is beautiful. The text says, 1,000 peaks arrayed like halberds. Very dramatic. But the danger, instant.
Yeah, there's 0 downtime, no training montage, nothing. The second he lands near the North Sea, this weird swirling cloud pops up and outsteps the long Zuhu, the dragon-beard tiger.
Okay, this thing. The description is just wild. It sounds like, 5 different animals got glued together and then somehow learned to talk. It's got a camel's head, a goose's neck, shrimp whiskers, and human-like hands but with steel hooks on them. Seriously.
Seriously. It's a biological mess.
Yeah.
And its motive is just primal and terrifying. It flat out tells Ziya, your flesh is the ultimate meal. Claims eating him will extend its life by 1,000, maybe 10,000 years. Ziya is literally, according to fate, supposed to be gourmet food for this monster.
If the scroll in that Wuji banner tells him he's owed as food to this thing, why doesn't he just give up? Why the stalling tactic? If he knows it's fate, why bother fighting?
See, that's the really interesting twist here. The scroll, that ultimate knowledge, tells him he has to fulfill this karmic debt, right? He owes the creature. But Ziya seems to realize, okay, he can't change what the debt must be paid, but maybe he can change the how. He doesn't have to just lie down and get eaten. He has to engage with the creature, settle the score somehow.
Huh. That's clever. So fate isn't like a locked room. It's more like a set of rules he can work within. So he plants his other banner, the smaller apricot yellow banner, the Xinghuang key, and challenges the monster. Go on, try and pull it out, knowing full well it can't.
Exactly. And the monster, totally blinded by this idea of getting thousands of extra years, just falls for it hook, line, and sinker. When the Longzhuhu can't budge the flag, Ziya hits him with the Five Thunder Righteous spell. Big clap of thunder and zap. The monster's hands are stuck fast to the banner.
Okay, so trapped. And then it spills the beans, right? Confesses this whole thing was a setup by Ziya's rival, Shen Gongbao.
Right. The creature, totally panicking now, explains its backstory and how Shen Gongbao tricked it into thinking this Ziya feast was on the menu.
But here's where Ziya's thinking really shines, I think. Instead of just, finishing the monster off.
He immediately sees its potential.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ziya recognizes its unique skill. This thing can throw huge stones, like millstone size, super fast. The text says, like, flying locusts, sudden rain. And Ziya instantly thinks, this guy could be useful for raiding enemy camps, could win battles.
So a creature literally sent to eat him becomes tactical asset number 1. He turns a fated death sentence into a stone-throwing disciple. Okay, so that whole detour took 8 days. He gets the best divine gear, recruits this bizarre monster ally. But when he gets back to Jiki, the big question is, was any of that enough for the actual war?
And the answer comes like, bam, immediately. Ziya being gone for 8 days, it made the enemy sages suspicious. So the 4 of them, Wang Mo, Yang Sen, Gao Yuqin, Li Xingba, they ride up and challenge the city. Ziya rides out looking impressive on his new Sabuxiang, brings his team, Neza, Huang Feihu, and the new guy, Longzhuhu. But they're green. Especially together.
Yeah, and this is where the enemy artifacts just dominate, right? It shows the limits of Ziya's fancy new kit. The tools might be amazing, but if the user isn't ready or the enemy's magic is just too strong...
Precisely. Neza, who's usually pretty tough, gets smacked right off his windfire wheels by Yang Sen's Kaichen Zhu. The sky-opening pearl. I mean, that thing sounds like it packs a serious punch. Raw cosmic force.
Down goes Neza, then Huang Fei, who tries to help, and boom, he gets hit by another pearl. And the Longzhuhu, the new recruit, tries his stone-throwing thing, but Gao Yuqin hits him in the neck with the Hunyuan Baozu, the primordial treasure pearl. Knocks him silly, basically takes him out of the fight.
Yeah, the whole new team is just neutralized instantly. It's brutal. But the killing blow, for Ziya anyway, comes from Li Xingba. He hits Ziya square in the chest with a Pidi Zhu, the earth-splitting pearl. Another one of these powerful cosmic beads. Ziya's wounded badly. He turns tail and tries to flee north on his super-fast mount, this Sabuxiang.
Okay, wait, hang on. This Sabuxiang, didn't we just establish it can travel anywhere instantly? 4 seas, 9 provinces, all that. If it's the ultimate getaway vehicle, why doesn't it just, get him away? How does he even get hit again?
And that's probably the key takeaway from this whole sequence. The fact that the Sabuxiang can't save him here, that proves his fate, his oncoming calamity. It's just unavoidable. The gifts he got, the whiff, the man. Yeah, they serve the big cosmic plan, the Investiture. But they can't shield Ziya himself from the suffering he has to go through to finish that plan. The moment destiny says you die now, apparently no amount of divine speed helps. Fate overrides the tech specs.
Wow. Okay. That makes the end of this fight even more. Well, fated. So Wang Mo chases the wounded Ziya down.
Yeah, Ziya's struggling, wounded, trying to escape. Wang Mo closes in and hits him again. From behind this time, with that same Kaichen Zhu, the sky-opening pearl.
Ouch.
Devastating blow. Knocks Ziya clean off the Sabuxiang. He tumbles down a hill, and he dies. So the text is very specific. This is the first of his 7 deaths and 3 calamities. All that divine gear, his status, didn't matter. He had to die. Right here, right now.
That is, yeah, shocking. He gets the best gear in the cosmos, and minutes later, he's dead on a hillside. So Wang Mo comes down to, take his head as a trophy? But just as he's about to do it, someone else shows up. Singing.
Exactly. Perfect timing for divine intervention. Manjusri Guangfa appears. You hear this kind of calm, pastoral song first about his home being where white clouds deep are. He's not just showing up as a friend. He's there as, an enforcer for the cosmic plan.
Okay, but I have to ask the obvious question here. If the whole thing is fated, if Ziya has to survive eventually for the investiture, why even let him die in the first place? Isn't that just unnecessary drama?
Well, from the story's perspective, it's not unnecessary. It's actually crucial for his journey. Ziya needs to experience these deaths, these calamities. It's partly about him paying off his own karmic debts. The death is temporary, yeah, but the suffering has to be real for it to count. So Manjusri steps in and basically lays out for Wang Mo the 5 big reasons why Ziya cannot stay dead. He's essentially saying, buddy, you're trying to veto the universe here.
And he lists them, like points connecting Ziya staying alive to the Shang dynasty falling, Jiki rising, Ziya needing to become prime minister.
Right, all that. And crucially, that their own sect, the Chan sect, needs Ziya to complete the Fengshen list to clear their collective karma too. It's all tied together.
And doesn't Manjusri also throw a warning back at Wang Mo? Something from Wang Mo's own side.
He does. He directly quotes the warning that Wang Mo and his buddies apparently received from their own master's place, Baiyu Palace. Something like, keep the cave gate tightly shut. Quietly recite the Huang Ting 3 times. If you venture to the Western land, you'll be famous on the Fengshen platform.
Ooh. That's basically saying you were told not to come here. You were told if you did, you'd end up on the very death list Ziya is carrying. That's cold.
Ice cold. But Wang Mo, he's furious, probably humiliated, definitely not thinking straight. He ignores the warning completely and attacks Manjusri. Big mistake.
Which just triggers a swift beatdown, right?
Yeah.
Manjusri shows off the kind of power Ziya's allies have.
Oh, yeah. Manjusri uses this incredibly powerful treasure called the Dunlong Zwang, the dragon-binding stake. The text even notes it later becomes important in Buddhism as the 7 treasures golden lotus.
So what is it too?
He just throws it, and instantly 3 golden rings appear and clamp around Wang Mo, neck, waist, foot. Binds him completely to this stake, totally helpless. Then Manjusri's disciple, Jinza, just steps up and, executes Wang Mo. The guy who just killed Ziya is himself killed moments later. Justice, swift and divine.